Winner, the Golden State Warriors Stephen Curry looked terrific first 3 games, 33, 34, and 33 points. The 3-point stroke, a mastery of art, 22 of 22 from the free throw line. Steph playing like one of the very best players, still in contention for MVP, especially if Golden State can win 60. One of the rare superstars who elevates all his teammates simply by putting in the work and destroying his opponents. Everybody getting the ultimate confident boost when Curry gets those buckets. Another winner, Boston Celtics. Despite being the preseason favorites to come out the East even over the Bucks after suspending former head coach Ime Udoka 3-1 to start the season, sensational superstar Jason Tatum looked to be in the top 5 player conversation and likely the first week MVP, putting up monster numbers of 33 points. Given all the distractions, negative headlines, the team simply knows how to dominate and win games. The injuries to Gallinari and Robert Williams' knee surgery, the team able to hold it down. The unstoppable first week duo of Jaylen Brown and Tatum looked even more dangerous, was even flirted and discussed in the conversation as possibly the best duo in the NBA. Right now, I won't go that far. No player scored more points in Celtics history through the first 3 games than JT. In March of last season, when the team got hot, the confident Tatum said to his trainer while he was in the room with Embiid, told Joel, who was one of the top candidates, "You better win MVP this year because it's mine next year." So far so good, backing up his word, team in the right state of mind, and forcing many to talk about their dominance instead of things that happened over the offseason. Loser, the Los Angeles Lakers, an absolute travesty of a shit show. The pathetic and erratic head-scratching Russell Westbrook. Simply for the love of sake, Russ cannot stay with the team and with LeBron much longer. Not only will Laker fans suffer from super high blood pressure, but the epic failures and losses that will continue to stack up, from taking horrible, terrible jumpers to breaking from all angles. Through 3 games, a historic bad 25 of 118 from 3, 21%, the second lowest through 3 games in over 100 attempts all time. We all know this roster a bad fit early on, but to start off this poorly in winnable games only to lose nail biters, the piling of the losses will make it very difficult for the soon to be 38-year-old LeBron to avoid the play-in. This team might not even make the 10th seed. Kendrick Nunn, Beverly, Lonnie Walker, and AD 23, 31, 20, and 17% from deep, and Westbrook, a disgusting 1 of 12, made himself perhaps the most hated Laker all time. From a fan perspective, an epic disaster. His press conferences responses delusional. Other teams laugh, do all the scouting reports, ignoring his awful shooting. The travesty of the low IQ pull-up with 18 on the shot clock versus Portland.
Lakers and Russ into the front court. Russell pull up. No, Russ, no!
The defining moment that cost his team the game, the Lakers drive without him on the floor. Portland came back, stole one they shouldn't have gotten thanks to the awful brick. Anthony Davis still has all the talent in the world, but regressed it as a shooter. LeBron will focus on his high numbers. Darvin Ham gets a lot of unwanted blame. The rest of the roster can simply witness LeBron courtside and stand around, do nothing, watch LBJ perform. Winner, Nikola Jokic ties Will Chamberlain triple-double mark and will surpass the Great Dipper. An explanation win over the defending champs. MVP fatigue will likely be why Jokic won't three-peat. Still doesn't get appreciated enough. All the talk about the other superstars who's been dominating for over a decade. His super fundamental game, the efficiency, insane bullet passes, teammates backdoor cuts, behind the back, you name it, trying to get the number 1 seed. The additions of KCP and Bruce Brown already proving to be much better than the role guys he had last postseason. Nuggets a team to contend now. Loser, Philadelphia 76ers shaky start. If Joel Embiid wants to prove himself as a true MVP, the start not looking so memorable. Finally winning his first game over the awful Pacers. Thank goodness James Harden's been ballin'. Losing his first 3, Harden and Embiid barely got it going together when both hot at the same time. Most importantly, getting repetition, having a natural flow, and experiencing one another excelling at the same time. Daryl Morey nearly about to summons Mike D'Antoni and kick Doc Rivers through the curb. If Philly loses games they're supposed to win the next couple weeks, Harden now 33 and Embiid turns 29 in March. Anything outside of a top 3 seed would be a disappointment. The team needs to get clicking on all cylinders. Looking to make a title run, early losses, especially falling to the tanking Spurs at home, straight up unacceptable. Putting on some big win streaks absolutely helps Embiid's MVP case and Philly possibly getting the number 1 seed. Winner, Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. reminding the entire world what type of superstar he is, how he carries the team, his game, plays with a rhythm, a true leader, as loyal they come, giving Blazers fans an early treat despite being 32 and many begging him to join a big market. The future Hall of Famer, 41 in back-to-back games, 4-0 to start the season, with CJ McCollum gone, Anthony Simon destroying the Nuggets, unconscious from deep, Jeremy Grant the game winner over LeBron and AD, an underrated offseason addition. The team looked like last season they wanted to hit the restart button, but if Lillard continues to carry this franchise to another playoff berth, the front office owes everything to Dame trying to get things right, surround good pieces around him. Winner Paolo Banchero. Yes, Orlando might be 0-4, but that doesn't take away from the special #1 pick. Over 25, 5-5 in his rookie debut. First team to score over 20 plus. First 4 NBA games. Basketball comes natural to the 19-year-old. Already having a poster dunk in his very first game. Impressive, simply an understatement. Better than anticipated on D, which was considered a weakness in the scouting reports. A high two-way ceiling. Orlando finally seems to be heading towards the right direction after all these years of struggle. Loser, Ben Simmons. The pathetic scared to shoot out of touch Ben Simmons simply has not gotten better since his rookie season. The flaws undeniable, fouling out 2 of his first 3 games. Brooklyn needs him to stay on the court, not off. An absolute travesty. First full week back to regular season basketball, 17 points, 14 fouls, unacceptable. No desire to be aggressive. Same old shit. Weak-minded, complained when he was getting roasted, simply doesn't seem like he cares to be great. All that high talent, an absolute horror show. Nobody needs to guard him. Thank goodness for him, Russell Westbrook still on the Lakers, easily becoming everyone's #1 laughingstock. As soon as Westbrook leaves the Lakers, Simmons will be the biggest laughingstock in the NBA. Mr. Triple Single, an absolute abomination of a travesty. What's not a travesty? Winners, the first 4 picks of the 2021 class. It's not often you see young prospects all flourish, 4 straight picks after one another. Kate Cunningham looking like a long-term floor general for Detroit, only a matter of time he gets an extension. A very excellent draft, looking promising. Jalen Green has been bursting out, averages of over 24 a game, first 4 contests. The step back nasty bombs, very well improved, looking to take a huge leap similar to Anthony Edwards of last season. Evan Mobley remains solid for Cleveland, won't need to score too much and just focus a lot on D. Might have the highest ceiling of all these guys his class, while former Rookie of the Year Scotty Barnes, one of the main guys on the Raptors, can do it all. Unselfish, super well balanced team. Looking back at this draft, you bet none of these 4 teams regret their picks and wouldn't switch their guys for one another. That's how close and competitive these kids can ball out. All the talent's there, but who's willing to take their game to new heights and keep improving? Who's hungrier? Still yet to be seen. Winner John Wall of the LA Clippers looks solid, super fast, getting to the basket with tons of inactivity and barely seeing the hardwood since the injuries. Still fresh athletically and good floor general off the bench for the most stacked team from 1 to 10, willing to be aggressive and knowing he's a complementary piece that can potentially win the title if everything gels together. Some didn't think Wall still be as good, even doubting and questioning whether he'd be an NBA player anymore. After not playing a single game a season ago, remain patient, look to make the most of his 2023 opportunities. Losers, looking back at the Kyle Lowry trade for Miami after a disgusting 1 of 8 7-point performance versus former team, Precious Achiuwa, a throw-in name sent to the Raptors, a monster 10 points, 22 rebounds off the bench versus Miami. The 6'8 power forward, now considered better than 36-year-old past his prime point guard. The Raptors haven't missed a beat, appeared to benefit more from the trade than Miami, where at times last season, Gabe Vincent looked better. Lowry a disappointing last postseason. It appears the Heat got former Mr. Raptor too late. Winner Christian Wood of the Dallas Mavericks. Off the bench, high energy, 25 points each of his first 2 games in just 25 minutes of play. The outside jumper moves put on display, did all the things Dallas expected Porzingis to do. His production of averaging around 20 and 10 needs to continue, given Dallas not that deep of a team with just superstar Luka. From posting up to blocking shots after getting made fun of for his weak defense, the chemistry and repetition needs to keep going with Luka if Dallas looks to make another postseason run. Winner, the guard additions of last season's 2 play-in teams, Atlanta and Cleveland. DeJounte Murray looks amazing next to Trey. 2 young talented attackers finished nicely. The points and assist numbers, high production, off the charts. Donovan Mitchell over 33 a game first 3 games with Cleveland. After the injury to Garland, Mitchell as hot as they come for any 2 guard, proving to be another threat and make plays down the stretch. The team ready to compete with the best in the conference. Winner, Larry Marketing. I predicted he'd be one of the breakout players after sent to a team nobody outside of Utah pays attention to. 24 and 10 his first 3 games, can put the ball in the basket. After being inconsistent with the Bulls, dunking emphatically on Rudy Gobert, both teams look like winners from this trade. Although I say the Jazz somewhere in the middle, they should be tanking for the #1 pick, but shocking the world, winning these early games. Loser, the lack of defense being played. For the old schoolers who's used to watching 90s and 2000s NBA, the lockdown half-court slow-paced style play, there's none of that this regular season. All run and gun, long bombs, fast-paced. First week, league averaging over 113 a game. Many older teams like the Lakers and Nets will continue leaving wide open threes to the younger teams. All these scores being in the 130s, now the new norm. Teams can occasionally score 80 by halftime. Role players getting easy layups. A lot of the reasons why many just simply ignore the regular season and wait till the playoffs to see who really balls out. Another winner, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2-0 Milwaukee start, 44-point masterpiece versus the Rockets, did his damage quickly, 27 minutes. Giannis simply does most of his work early to dominate. No need to play extra and stat pad after up 20 plus in 3 quarters, unlike some other players.